Linc Quayle has been a good friend and, as he notes, a fairly regular partner in crime with Phil for 15 years. So, Linc, bring it on.
Boy, there are a lot of you out there. As Christine said, I've known Phil for about 15 years. I met him at Cafe Pergolesi, because, you know, that's where I met, well, a lot of you. I had hung out with Phil, you know, in the groups that we often had at Pergolesi, but I never really hung out with him one-on-one until one afternoon I ran into him and no one else was around. So we sat down and had a cup of coffee and got to talking. And I was commenting on the fact that my sneakers were well beyond the end of their expected life. And as many of you probably know, Phil had a shoe collection that was probably only second to Imelda Marcos. He suggested that, you know, we could go get shoes. And I said, all right. He said, but let's go to Gilroy and the outlet malls to do it, because I need shoes too. I don't think he really did. He had a collection. We didn't find any shoes that day. I think the big purchase was actually buying hamburgers at the In-N-Out Burger. But that day I made a really good friend and went on many adventures with him. He taught me how to surf and to scuba dive, and both these things, I mean, he was a surfer long before I met him, but he got me to start. And the scuba diving obviously came later, and Phil would bring friends from one group to the next. He didn't want to just start another group of friends. He wanted the other friends to come with him. I didn't end up hitting friends in the heads with sticks like Gabe was mentioning, but you know, that's not my style. Over the past year or so, I haven't seen Phil as often as I used to, probably because he's been really busy hawking East Smoky treats, and I've got a son, and priorities change, and things change. But he was always someone that was incredibly great to run into on the street, at a coffee shop, at a bar. There were many times I'd be leaving Costco, and he'd be headed to Costco, and we'd stop in the middle of the street with cars honking behind us and go, "Hey, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while." I'm gonna miss that, because whenever I would see him, it would be like it was 15 years ago. A day hadn't really passed. Not having Phil anymore is gonna leave a really large hole in my life, as I think it will with everyone who knew him. A great man once said, "They say there's a heaven for those who wait. Some say it's better, but I say it ain't. I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints. Sinners are so much fun. You know, only the good die young." I'm really glad I didn't have to sing that.